That's what we like to say.
Right, and that's what matters.
And I'm like, oh. So in this video, we're gonna talk about the process, the experience of creating something like this. You've already done so many of these renovations. I would say this is the easiest out of all of them.
Yeah, the easiest because we started with the blank canvas. End of 2024.
Yeah.
Thank me for all the good work that we did for the office remodels, Chula Vista, etc. And you promised me. You said, I promise you, next year, I don't buy anything. I won't buy anything. And I was like, okay, February of 2025, not even 2 months in, you were on paternity leave.
Right.
And I received this email, this call saying, hey, we're about to acquire a property. It's gonna be the new dorm.
Right.
And I couldn't believe it. I was like, okay, well, it lasted barely 2 months. And once we came here, we discussed with Galen about your vision, what you wanted to do with this place. That's when I realized, okay, we're starting with something brand new, but still there's gonna be a lot of work involved because we don't want to leave it the way it is. We wanted to make it perfect, fit it for staff, interns, etc. So yeah.
Yeah. And this is way beyond our price range. You know, we have no budget, so how can we stretch that dollar as much as possible?
The good thing is we were able to reutilize a lot of the furniture that we had before. So that helped a lot.
Bringing a lot of furniture from the old dorm and also from storage from the office. A lot of office things also came here as well. But we also want to have a nice theme. We don't want it to clash. So there was all of that happening in March. You were going to be in France for a month, and then Galen went to Taiwan.
We had 1 month.
Right.
Once we had the place to set it up. Once you come back, you won't have a place to live. So that was the spot, like 1 month to set up everything. So when he comes back, then
it was ready. And we didn't have to pay for storage. Remember we contacted a storage company where they go and they move everything, they store it for a month and they bring it back. It was gonna cost like $5,000. Like that's our entire budget. So because we're able to execute really fast, when Galen went to China and then when he came back, everything was done. And the actual activity only lasted about a week. So compared to the office remodel, compared to Chula Vista, this was actually the quickest.
yes, I mean, it was the quickest because we were prepared. I think what we have to keep in mind is that, yes, we have all these contractors we have to work with. We have to keep in mind that they have their own schedule as well.
Right.
So I don't want to be dragging this project for weeks. So we had to schedule everything within that 1 week. So it was one day after the other with different contractors, making sure that they show up, that they finish on time. And I think that was the most challenging part because it doesn't just depend on us, it's also on them.
What's really fun about this project was designing a dorm. Okay, how can I create a place where each individual can feel safe and still have fun, and there won't be any disputes? I've lived in plenty of people. One of the common disputes all the time was fridge space. Some people brings in their leftover and it spills and it stains and you didn't clean. It becomes a point of contention. But if we have 4 different people and each room essentially have their own fridge, then there won't be that point of friction. And then when you're in the common room, it's just joy.
The way we thought about designing the rooms, that was kind of a tricky part because you really have to anticipate their needs, what they may need as young adult students, and we wanted to be able to provide everything. That was the goal, for them to be able to move in without having to purchase anything, ready to move in, right? As is, of course, a bed, a desk, a fridge, private space, all that you have to think about it. If they're gonna stay 3 to 6 months, it needs to feel very comfortable and efficient too.
We were able to work within our means, right? Because we inherited a lot of the furniture. So we have to design around that, right? Because again, we're very, very tight on budget. But I think you did a great job. I'm jealous of the interns who can...
I wish we had that, you know,
That's
what he said.
Graduate from college, move across the state, move across the world, work hard and then live in a place with other people that are really awesome and really cool and really smart. Go out and play, go to Disneyland, get an annual pass, do all sorts of things, and you 1 year gap year before grad school. Man. Anyways, I'm living vicariously. You know, I can't live it, but hey, at least the interns can live it. Yeah.
No, that's correct. It's a great place.
Cheers.